What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. It's the only one that can get here on time. It's supposed to be Symone and Dylan, but Dylan don't know how to get nowhere. Anyways, guys, welcome back. We got a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to the NFL, and the number one thing that's on the forefront of my mind right now is the Dallas Cowboys are really rolling right now, and that has me really concerned, I guess you could say. So the Dallas Cowboys beat up on the New York Giants. Obviously, that's not a newsflash. It's the New York Giants. But with the Cardinals lost today, the Cardinals lost to the freaking Lions today. So the number one seed for the NFC was between, right now, it was between the Cardinals, the Packers, and the Cowboys. The Rams were kind of in the hunt, but they started sucking. The Rams still could be gunning for the top seed. They're 9-4, and the Buccaneers, who are 10-3 right now, they will probably whoop up on a bruised Saints team tonight and advance to 11-4. So right now, the number one seeds in contention, Dallas Cowboys sitting at 10-4, and y'all, this Dallas Cowboys defense is ferocious. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys. Dylan, bring me the charger. My computer about to die. The Dallas Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs had another interception today, so he now has 10 interceptions on the season. Hold on, y'all. What makes it crazy is because this is the most by an entire Dallas defense since 2014. One single player has put up as many interceptions as an entire Dallas defense since 2014. Trayvon Diggs is that dude, a point, a blank, a period. And add on top of that, they got that guy, Michael Parsons, flying all everywhere. So it's not like they just got one playmaker on the defense. They got that stack up front with Michael Parsons and then Trayvon Diggs holding it back in the back. Now, y'all, somebody did bring up a good point. So y'all know I was rooting hard for the Packers tonight because I wanted anybody but the Cowboys to get the number one seed. Now, some people could say with the number one seed is, I wouldn't say the curse is not a curse for a number one seed, but some people don't like having that bye. It's like rest or rust, the debate. Like if you have that bye, your team could get rusty. So it's the debate between rest or rust. But I don't really want the Cowboys smelling themselves on the number one seed. So I was rooting hard for the Packers. And I'm going to be rooting hard for the Bucks because when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, we need the Saints to lose. So the Atlanta Falcons took a loss to the Niners today. If the Atlanta Falcons beat the Niners, then their playoff chances would have went up to about 30%. Now it drops to about 7%. So they had a lot of implications in that game against the San Francisco 49ers. But y'all, let me get into the comments. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? What's up, Marcus Big Mob 248? But y'all, this just makes it even more important. Going down the stretch, it's still wide open. Now, it's not wide open for the number one seed, but for that wild card, it's still wild, y'all. It's still wild. This season, the wild card is living up to its name because it's wild as, you know what I'm saying? So the Eagles play on Tuesday now. We play the Washington, I was about to call them the Redskins. We play the Washington football team on Tuesday, 2 6-7 teams. Right now, if the playoffs stop today, the Washington football team, the Rams, and the 49ers will have the 3 wild card spots. If we beat Washington, we will bump Washington out of that wild card spot. So it's very much important that we beat Washington. All we have is division games down the stretch. We already 0-1 against the Cowboys. They already have one tiebreaker versus us. We're already 0-1 against the Giants. But y'all, this Dallas team, now I don't have them beating playoffs wise. I don't have them beating the Packers. The Cards and the Rams have been really wishy-washy. The only 2 teams in the NFC that I know for sure I think will be consistent in the playoffs is the Buccaneers and the Packers. You have to get on the other side.
Oh, is that what you?
Hey, you need to get a pillow because it's gonna hurt. But yeah, I still don't have the Cowboys beating the Bucks, and I don't have them beating the Packers. And if they sure enough do make it to the playoffs, they're not beating both of those teams. Even if they beat one, they're not beating both. What's up, Jamal Marshall? The Cowgirls are going to choke the first seed. Cow bumps ain't that good. That's facts. Darren Lewis said the Cowboys are not rolling. They beat 3 backup quarterbacks in 3 weeks. I'm dead. What's up, Ready Red? I know you smelling yourself today.
What up, Ready Red?
Yeah, so right now the Packers will be number 1. If the Bucks win tonight, assuming that the Bucks win, the Bucks are going to be 11 and have 11 wins as well. So the Packers and the Bucks will both have 11 wins. The Cards will have 10 wins, and the Cowboys will have 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
What up, El Yepa?
What up, though?
Oh, I already know it. That's why I'm lit, because I'm like, yeah, the Cowboys always feel themselves in the regular season playing nobody. Like, y'all having a parade down Dallas town tonight because y'all beat up on who? Mike Glennon. And first of all, shout out to Mike Glennon, because Mike Glennon and NC State Wolfpack. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike Glennon. But Mike Glennon ain't G. It ain't nothing to have no celebration because you beat a ball-headed quarterback. You know, if he ball-headed, you know he old. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Dylan. I love Mike Glennon because he played for NC State.
Dude, you sound like you just ate him up a little bit.
I'm just saying, beating Mike Glennon ain't G. The Dallas Cowboys, if you look on their social media, they really triumph. They're feeling triumphant right now. They're feeling triumphant because they beat the Giants.
We had beat the Giants.
And we didn't beat the Giants.
We beat the Giants with Daniel Jones.
If the Eagles can't go, let's go Packers. So your backup, he said, do y'all job before y'all talk to us. First round exit for the Cowgirls. Yeah, I'm feeling that too. The Cowgirls going to choke anyway. They don't play the NFC East team in the playoffs. I'm just saying. So, Dylan, how are you feeling about the wild card race right now? Or the NFL playoff race?
It's wild. It's wild indeed, but I'm sad.
You sad because the Falcons lost? You knew
we would have been in the playoffs right now if we didn't lose.
You knew y'all weren't going to beat.
No, I didn't know. At the very beginning, I had high hopes.
You thought y'all really going to beat the Niners?
Yes, I thought we could at the very beginning. And then as the game went on, I figured out that we ain't.
You didn't know that going into the game?
I mean, I knew it was going to be a tough game, but I didn't think that was going to blow up. I knew there was a possibility of us getting blown out because we're the Falcons. But the way the game started, and then even when they went up 10-3 and we came back and scored and made it 10-10, I was like, okay, we might be able to keep up with them if our defense can step up a little bit. But that didn't happen.
So are you feeling like y'all are out?
Nah, I mean, we're not all the way out, but I feel like we're probably not making the playoffs now. I feel like that was the biggest swing game for us. I mean, it's like this. If we would have won that game, we'd be in the playoffs right now. We would have overtook the 49ers spot. We'd be the 6th seed. We lose that game. Now we're back with 8 losses, and we're going to need a whole lot of help. Now, the 49ers have the tiebreaker over us. The Eagles have the tiebreaker over us. And the Redskins, not the Redskins, sorry, the football team has the tiebreaker over us. We got 3 teams who all fighting for 2 spots, and all of them have the tiebreaker over us. So that's not a good look. So we can't be tied. We can't have the same record. We got to have a better record than y'all. And with 8 wins, we're behind the 8 ball.
So I do agree with that. It is looking very much slim for y'all. What do you think about the Cardinals and the Rams, though? The Rams had that 2-game stretch where they were struggling.
Yeah.
The Cards just got blown out by now I didn't watch that game because we were watching the Falcons game.
Right.
But what happened? Are the Cards like? I know they don't have D-Hop, but still, how they only scored 10 points?
Yeah, that's no excuse to lose to the Lions. Just not having D-Hop, and they found ways to win games without Kyler Murray. Like, I don't understand that loss. So that's a real head scratcher. But I feel like the Rams are going to be fine. They did have that 2-game road bump, or that 2-game not road bump, but they had a 2-game stretch where they was faltering a little bit. I think the Rams will be fine, though. I think they've shown they're in it for the long haul. So they'll be a team down the way. And but the Cardinals, they seem like, I wouldn't, if they don't end up getting a first round bye, if they don't get that number 1 seed, I wouldn't be surprised if they get a shocking first round exit, depending on the matchup.
Yeah, that wouldn't be shocking because, like you said,
they just seem too.
I don't trust the Cards or the Rams.
Yeah,
I don't trust.
I trust the Rams way more than I trust the Cardinals, though.
Okay, both of those. Okay, the Rams. Who did the Rams lose to? The Cards.
They lost to the Cardinals. They lost to the.
I'm about to pull it up.
They lost to the Patriots. It was either the Patriots or the Bills they lost to on Sunday Night Football, and they looked pretty bad.
Yeah, they got exposed right after they got
Von Miller.
So they lost to the Packers. Of course, it's the Packers.
It's Packers. That's not surprising.
Yeah, they split with the Rams as
the
they
Cardinals.
should. The Cardinals.
Yeah.
They lost to the Titans, which
that was the one on Sunday Night Football. That was a little surprising.
So,
but the Titans are a fairly good team.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Rams only lost to good teams.
Yeah.
They lost to the Titans. They lost to the Niners, the Packers, and the Cards.
Yeah, they've lost to solid teams.
Now, when you talk about the Cards, now one game is one game, but come on, how y'all get shut out like that? How y'all get stunned?
Only
like
10 points?
Right.
At least should have been a shootout.
Right.
If anything.
Right. Like, how did y'all only muster up 10 points?
Because D-Hop is important, but, I mean, you still got Kyler Murray. You still got Zach Ertz. You still got Rondale Moore. You still got James Conner. You still have plenty of weapons on AJ Green. AJ Green might have been out today.
No, he played.
He played. Okay, so AJ Green, who had a great game last game. So I don't understand. And against the Lions, like, I don't understand how you just lay an egg right like that.
So let's look at who would play who if it stopped right now.
Okay.
So if everything stopped right now, these would be the matchups. If I could figure it out.
Right, I'm about to say, because you're looking a little.
So first of all, you find out. What I want to say first, there's only 4 teams in the NFC that's officially out the playoffs. Mm-hmm. This is week 15. Mm-hmm. A lot of teams done already played. But a lot of teams still have to play. So technically there's 3 games left for every team, right?
Right.
This wild card race is not over. Like I was trying to tell Dylan, only 4 teams are absolutely out in the NFC and the AFC combined. The Jags, the Lions, the Texans, the Jets. There's 28 teams that are still able to make the playoffs today.
Okay. So I'll have the matchups kind of in my head. So right now, let's just focus on the NFC. NFC, Green Bay right now holds the #1 overall seed, and that's strictly because Tampa Bay hasn't played.
So they would have a bye.
So Tampa would play the next lowest team, which would be the Washington Redskins with that 7 seed.
So that'd be hold on. We gotta talk about
that. Okay, go ahead.
So if it stopped right now, the Packers would have to bye.
Yeah.
The Bucks will play Washington in wild card weekend.
I think.
No.
No. Is that how it works?
No, it would be the wild card weekend would be the wild card team.
So, but there's 3 of them. So how does that work? I don't know how it works. I forgot.
Let me see. Here's a bracket. Because you don't know what you're talking about the Bucks. Well, they might. I mean, wouldn't it be the lowest seed, though?
Yeah, you would think they would get to play the lowest seed. Let me see.
Like, they're not going to automatically go and play in wild card weekend. That's not how it's going to work, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't know how the bracket actually works.
All right, look it up. Let's see. This is going to give me what I want.
What's up, Antonio Stars? Where you been, bro? You been ducked.
No, Antonio been in. He always coming on my vids. What up, Antonio? My boy always commenting on my vids.
What's up, Sauce Sensei Master Drip? Appreciate that coffee you just bought us recently.
Yes, sir. It was delicious.
Right, been sipping on that. He said the Cowgirls can have that regular season hype. Yeah, I'm not sweating because, like I said, in my whole lifetime, I've only seen Dallas win 2 playoff games, maybe in my whole life.
Okay, so yeah, they would play. This is what it would be right now.
Okay, so the Green Bay Pack. If everything stopped right now, y'all, let's go through these matchups. The Green Bay Packers would have.
But this is kind of wrong, though.
Yeah, I'll pull that up. Yeah. The Green Bay Packers will have
the same format.
The #1 seed, and they will be on a bye.
Yep.
So the Bucks will have the #2 seed, and they will play the lowest seed, which is going to be Washington.
Yep.
So that would be really a rematch of last season. Remember, Washington played the Bucks in that playoff round,
and Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team, gave them a little run. They kept it competitive.
They kept it competitive. They kept it competitive. But like I said, the Bucks gonna buck and Brady gonna Brady.
That's right.
So if that's the scenario, if it's Washington versus Tampa Bay, of course I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So the number 2 seed, which is, well, the number 3 seed right now would be Dallas. So Dallas is the number 3 seed right now. So they will play the next lowest seed, which would be the 49ers. So if it stopped right now, it would be Dallas versus the 49ers in round 1.
I can see that being a first round playoff exit for the Cowboys.
Right. If Dallas right now, y'all would have to play the 49ers.
That's tough.
That's tough. And the Niners are on
a hot streak. They got momentum.
The Niners have momentum.
They won, I think, because coming into the Falcons game, they either won 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5.
Let's see who the Niners lost to this season. So I would definitely take the Niners over Dallas. And it's really come down to coaching. Shanahan, I like Shanahan. I know you don't.
I mean, no, I don't really like Shanahan. I did, but I mean, I will give him respect where respect is due. Besides in Super Bowls, he's a great play caller.
So if it's Niners, Cowboys, I'm not betting against the Niners. We saw how electric that offense was today. And my thing is, yeah, Dallas has a great defense, and it's going to have to be a good offensive matchup to their defense. Yeah. And I think the Niners.
But the thing that is in the 49ers' favor, though, and I saw it today, the 49ers do not, their cornerbacks right now, I think they have some injuries in the cornerback spot, but point being, their weakness is they're weak in their defensive backs. Their defensive backs are not good because we were able to complete a couple of deep passes down the field to Kyle Pitts and Russell Gage. What their strength is, that D-line, obviously, with Key and Bosa, and Nick Bosa. So their defensive line is really good along with their linebackers, Fred Warner. So their front 7 is their strength. Their what's not good is their back end, their defensive backs. So if Dak Prescott has been struggling, so is he going to be able to throw the ball around? I mean, he does have Coop and Gallup and all that stuff. So that'd be interesting to see. But one thing that the 49ers can, maybe counteract that with, if they just back up and make them have to, I don't know. We'll see.
My thing is, I agree with that. Like you said, the strength of the Niners is their front line, the defensive line. And, you got to get the run game going to get everything else going. And that's why the Falcons had trouble today. Yeah. Y'all run game have been y'all bread and butter the last couple of weeks, but y'all couldn't get y'all run game going against that Niners front. Yeah. So if the Niners front can slow down the Cowboys run game, but I mean, if you don't get a run game, you don't have much.
Right.
So even though they don't have the playmakers downfield defensively, we all know you got to get the run game going to get the passing game going. Yeah. So I think that is going to be the difference in that Niners, potentially Cowboys game. So I like that.
It depends on too, that how good that Cowboys O-line is going to hold. I know that O-line is pretty solid, but Tyron Smith has been out. I mean, they did okay today against the Giants, but how they're going to hold up against a way better defensive front in San Francisco. So,
yeah, And we know all the teams that Dallas lost to. Dallas, let's go through Dallas. Let's go through Dallas and talk about who Dallas lost to. Because when we looking at these wins, we got to remember who they playing. They ran the board against a sorry NFC East. So the Cowboys lost to the Bucks, a good team.
Yep.
Now, they beat the Chargers. The Chargers wishy-washy, though. You know what I mean? The Chargers went up and down. So they lost. They beat the Eagles, sorry team. They beat the Panthers, sorry team. They beat the Giants, sorry team. Now, they beat the Patriots. They only beat the Patriots by 6 in overtime now. And that's before the Patriots really caught their stride with Mac Jones on. That's when the Patriots was still figuring that out. Okay? They beat the Vikings, sorry team. They lost to the Broncos. They beat the Falcons, sorry team. They lost to the Chiefs, a good team.
Lost to the Raiders.
They lost to the Raiders, an offensive team that was able to pick their defense apart.
Yep.
They beat the Saints, sorry team. They beat Washington, sorry team. Giants, sorry team. So from what I'm seeing, Dallas only beat up on sorry teams. Anytime they played a good team, there go them 4 losses. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we'll see. And Dallas has the Cards up next, Dylan. Not up next. They have Washington and the Cards. So we'll see how Dallas plays against the Cardinals, because the Cardinals are really going to be trying to come for their things. You know what I'm saying? Because they just got stunned by the Lions. So the Cards going to be trying to win out. So Dallas has Washington, another sorry team. They'll probably whoop up on them. And then they have the Cards. So I'm not convinced by Dallas. Like I said, they had a parade down. What's the heck name is their street? Arlington Road, because they beat the Giants and they beat Mike Glennon. But like I said, when they got put up against real teams, they was exposed. Where was that top defense against the Raiders?
Non-existent.
Where was that top defense against Teddy Two Gloves?
Non-existent.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, Dylan, if everything stopped right now, the last matchup would be the Rams versus the Cardinals.
Ooh. That would be a spicy one.
That would be a spicy one. Rams Cards rematch. See, I like this thing if it stopped right now. I know the Eagles wouldn't be in it, but Antonio with the super sticker.
Appreciate the super stick, my boy. Yes, sir. We appreciate that, man.
So, yeah, like I said, Dylan, I'm not feeling threatened at all by the Cowboys because they only beat sorry teams. Now, if you continuously beat good teams, then I'm worried about you.
And even if they did beat
the best team, that their best win was against the Patriots.
Yeah.
And that's only because the Patriots are good now. The Patriots weren't really good when the Cowboys played them. Their best win came against Mac Jones and Jacoby Myers when they were still trying to figure shit out.
And then think about this too. Think about this.
I'm thinking.
The Cowboys rolled. Let's just say they make the playoffs and they trying to get to the Super Bowl, right? So the Cowboys' road to the Super Bowl would be extremely, extremely tough because you got to take on the 49ers. That's not easy. If, all that stands and they end up doing having to take on the 49ers, you got to take on the 49ers. Then you got to play either the Cardinals or the Rams. One of the two. Neither one of those are going to be easy.
No.
And then after that, you got to play the Packers or the Bucks.
Yeah.
That's not easy. You got to win 3 of those. You got to win all 3 of them games.
So, yeah, they would have to be, in order for them to get to the Super Bowl, just to get to that job, to get to the Super Bowl.
You either got to play you either got to go with the Packers or the Bucks.
They would have to beat 3 good teams.
3 very good teams.
3
of them.
And 3 good coaches.
3 very good coaches. You either got to take down Mr. Cliff Kingsbury or Mr. Sean McVay. Then, if you beat one of them two, first you got to take down Kyle.
First, you got to take down Kyle Shanahan.
Then you got to either go through Matt LaFleur or Sean McVay. Oh, not Matt. Sean McVay or Cliff Kingsbury. Then you either got to go through Matt LaFleur or our boy Bruce Arians.
And then you got to beat Aaron Rodgers. You got to beat Tom Brady. You got to beat both of those guys. You got to beat at least one of those guys. If it stopped right now, the Cowboys would have to either beat Rodgers or Brady after trying to beat who will come out of there?
Either the Rams or the Cardinals, Matthew Stafford or Kyler Murray.
Or Kyler Murray. So all I'm saying is, now I know my team ain't we wouldn't be able to do it.
Neither will we.
But it's gonna be tough for anybody. We jumping on the Cowboys, but this road,
the NFC is just tough.
The NFC is just tough this year.
Very much so.
Very much tough. And that's just to get to the big dance. That's just to get to the Super Bowl. Then you got to play at the top of the creme de la crop of the AFC.
They either probably got to see the Chiefs or who else could make it out the AFC? That I feel
shoot, anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
Between Bills, Chiefs,
Ravens. I'll say Ravens if they healthy.
I'm gonna say Titans. I don't think the Ravens are gonna go deep.
I don't know. I don't think the Titans can do it down the stretch without Derrick Henry. They need King Henry.
They do, but I don't know. The Ravens, obviously, what's Lamar's injury?
This is ankle. He'll probably be back next week.
The Ravens could. I don't know. The Ravens just keep getting figured out in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
They just keep getting figured out.
Might be the Chiefs for a third time.
I'm just feeling Bills, Chiefs.
Honestly, maybe the Colts. The way JT running.
Don't even say that. Again, Colts, sorry team.
And the Colts, look at the Colts defense too. Darius Leonard. They got either the
don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm talking about their defense right now though. I don't want
to hear no Carson Wentz and no Super Bowl.
But I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out. They getting hot at the right
time. The Colts
time.
are getting hot at the right time.
They just beat the Patriots.
Okay, my thing.
The hot Patriots too. They ain't beat the sorry Patriots like the Cowboys.
Right, they beat the hot Patriots.
They beat the hot Patriots.
Facts. Rodgers is a Cowboy. It's one thing
Rodgers is a Cowboy,
and that's why when I'm done, like when the Eagles are out of contention, I'll be pulling for the Packers, and I think it's because Rodgers is like a disciple.
Not a disciple.
You know what I'm saying? He does the good work. He does the work for the people. And he takes out the Cowboys. Rodgers is a cowboy killer. Like they said, what's his name? Eli was Tom Brady killer.
Yep, he sure was.
Rodgers is a cowboy killer. And I love him for it. Right, Darren. The Cowboys and Super Bowl shouldn't be the same sentence. Oh, shit. Don't we hear this every year? We always, it don't matter what part of the field or what position, we always hear this. Cowboys blank, 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 that blank gonna be nasty next year. They always talk about something gonna be next year. Get your shit together this year. Y'all always talking about something about next year. Y'all always talking about what something gonna be in the future. They love futures. They love the future. Are y'all Drake? Because y'all love talking about the future. Did Rodgers beat us or was it Mike McCarthy? I think it's a mixture of both.
Right.
Because look how Rodgers is still slaying these folks. Rodgers is still slaying.
I'm dead. Not the way you out here using the 4 fingers.
It's kind of like
was it Brady or Belichick?
Brady or Belichick.
They both doing well.
They both doing well. Rodgers didn't skip a beat.
He did. Once Matt came in, he doing.
And was it Mike McCarthy or was it loaded talent? Because we haven't seen Mike McCarthy on a team with no playmakers. Mike McCarthy stepped into a team full of playmakers. So is it the coaching or is it the talent? Mike McCarthy had Rodgers. Now he got Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, Michael Gallup. So is it Mike McCarthy or is it the talent on the field?
Now lying, Ready Red. She making some good points, Ready Red. She making some good points, Ready Red.
Okay. Thank you, L. Yepa Rodgers. Mike McCarthy ain't. But yeah, it's gonna be wild, Dylan. And we got some Tuesday night football. We got two Monday night games. We got one.
No, we got 2 Monday. You're right. 2 Monday night games and 2 Tuesday games. You know you got.
Because tomorrow's game started at 5 p.m.
Raiders and Browns, and then who is it after them? Who's the original Monday night game? It's Raiders and Browns at 5, and then it's gosh darn. We're about to see. Why
do you think McCarthy came here for one purpose? He came there because where else was he gonna go? One.
Raiders and Browns. That'll probably be a solid game, and then a draft. Well, it might not be draft. Vikings and Bears.
Now that's gonna be draft, but I need the Bears to win. So that's a game that has implications for me.
We both gonna be rooting for the Bears.
We both need the Bears. Listen to you. We got some hope.
Yep.
We both need the Bears to win. So we gotta be tapped into Vikings Bears because like I said, everybody on this chat except for the Cowboys need the Bears.
Seahawks Rams will be whatever, and then Washington Eagles the Eagles.
Wow, nah.
I said the Eagles. For me it really don't matter. But
Seahawks Rams, I need the winning to keep winning. Yeah, we need the Rams to win.
Yeah. Because we got 8 losses just like the Rams now.
Exactly. Rodgers ain't been in Super Bowl since 2011. Stop it. He chokes. Okay, well, at least he don't choke in Wild Card Weekend.
But Aaron Rodgers has also been to some NFC Championship games, and he's been to a few in the last decade, which I don't think the Cowboys have.
And I'm saying the Cowboys, y'all haven't won since before I was born. Do you realize these eyes, you see these eyes, these looking eyes? These eyes have never seen Dallas win a Super Bowl.
Or just be in it.
Or even be in a Super Bowl. These eyes have only seen Dallas lose in the playoffs. Now, these eyes of mine, these little eyes of mine, they have seen Rodgers being in the Super Bowl. They've seen the Eagles go and win. They've seen Rodgers whoop up on the Cowboys to pop y'all and Dez Bryant out of contention. So Rodgers, in my eyes, is a Cowboy killer. Point blank. Period. Man, I can't wait for the playoffs. The playoffs is so fun. The NFL playoffs are way more fun than the NBA just because the NBA takes so dang long.
The NBA playoffs is so long.
It's so long. It's like months, 8-game series. Like, it's just boom, 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 boom. Wild card weekend, whoo, that cleaned the slate right there. Wild card weekend, three teams, boom, 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 out.
Out of there.
That Super Bowl come quick.
Quick.
Hey, not like the NFL playoffs.
That girl took y'all 58 years to get on the map.
No. It took me 20. How old was I when we won?
20? No. Yeah. 17, 20?
It took me 20 years. Correction. You, Ready Red, had to wait however long it was for you to see the Cowboys win. It only took me 20 years to see my team win. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So the Eagles good with me. Okay? Maybe I was the good luck charm. Okay. Ready to lose.
Not ready to lose.
Cowboys never had a complete team like they have now. Either Parsons going to be all over Rodgers. We gonna see, but like I said, Rodgers is battle tested. The Cowboys ain't. All these young players, everybody on the Cowboys, they haven't seen past wild card weekend. Okay,
Packers could also too slow down Micah Parsons with that good run game.
Exactly, and they act like Rodgers haven't seen a good defense before.
Right?
He's talking about this the most.
He already beat the Rams this year. Rams got a top defense.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm saying, and not even just this year, over the course of Rodgers' career. Rodgers, it's like Rodgers and Brady, those are seasoned winners. They're seasoned winners.
Exactly.
You acting
they
like
know how to get the job done.
Right. You acting like Rodgers has never seen a great defense before, a good defense before. That's the difference. It's not gonna be Mike Glennon throwing to Trayvon Diggs. It's gonna be freaking Rodgers and Davante Adams. It's gonna be freaking Tom Brady, who can read Trayvon Diggs. It's going to be Brady who can read Micah Parsons coming off the edge. It's going to be Rodgers who can read that G. They can read that G. They can read it. Ready, red, and hot. That's going to be Mike Shanahan who's seen those defenses before. He can draw up around that G. Okay? Y'all not going to be playing the Giants in the playoffs. Y'all not going to be playing Washington in the playoffs. Y'all not going to be playing the Eagles in the playoffs. Y'all not going to be playing the Falcons. Y'all not going to be playing the Panthers or the Chargers or those other easy teams y'all whooped up on. Y'all be playing some real ass teams, some real quarterbacks, some real offenses, okay?
Some real offensive lines.
Some real O-line.
Some real D-lines, too.
Some real run games. Some real coaches. Y'all not going to be playing Nick Sirianni.
Not they won't have time to read, Symone. Oh, good.
Oh. He said it took me 11 years. 11. So you couldn't even enjoy your Super Bowl right. You wasn't even legal to be out in them streets. Celebrate, Ready Red. What you get, some milk?
Not some milk. Not some milk. Not some milk. He needs some milk.
What you get, a milk? It's a bedtime story to celebrate? I mean, she.
Not some milk.
But yeah, y'all, it's gonna be wild. So I'm glad I came over here. I'm glad I talked to you because first I was a little bit nervous. You know, they got to me.
Nah, they got a tough road. I'm sorry. The Cowboys just ain't showing me they about it.
They ain't showing me they about it. Like I said, the Raiders picked them apart. The Broncos picked them apart. The Bucks, like I said, they said it came down to a field goal. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady had his team in the position to win no matter what.
The two teams that I know in the NFC that are about it right now, talking about Super Bowl, just the Packers and the Bucks.
Bucks.
Those are only two teams I think about it. The Rams could do it. The Cardinals could do it. But yeah, all out of them teams, them the only teams I think is about it. The Bucks and the Packers.
Yeah, that's the only people I can bet on. Yep. Rodgers and Brady.
Yep.
Those are the only people I can bet on. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a Brady dude. I'm not a Brady girl.
I'm not either. I just
gotta give it respect. I just can't.
You just can't bet. It's hard to bet. You can't bet against Brady.
And winning and quarterbacking, and it's so much in your mind. Mm-hmm. When you've won and you've been there before and you know how to do that.
You're just not phased.
Right, you're just not phased. And you've played all these. You've seen a Micah Parsons before. Mm-hmm. You've seen a Trayvon Diggs before. Mm-hmm. You've seen a Mike McCarthy before. And you know what I'm saying? You've been through all that before 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's just different.
Yep. When you played against Hall of Famers and you like, man, that ain't easy.
That ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? That ain't easy. But yeah, y'all, we about to head out. You know, we got we ain't got to do. We just about to dip. I ain't even gonna catch y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But make sure y'all stay tapped in, tuned in. You know, this stuff is dialing up and it's getting real crazy out here. So make sure y'all stay tapped in. We're gonna keep giving y'all our reactions and stuff. But yeah, it's been fun, y'all. We're gonna keep our eyes out on the streets.
Till we talk to you guys next time.